So what is it about boobies? I don't get it. I fail to understand the appeal. What's so damn special about boobies? Think about it. Isn't it what I mean? Like it's just like this fleshy thing. Like what isn't it? What's the difference between that and this? I don't get it. I fail to understand the appeal about boobies. And yet, there is something about boobies. There's just something about it. Something about them. I don't get it. I'm being cute here. But the idea of I'm using boobies as the female apparatus. I don't get it. What's the appeal? And yet there's something innate in me. There is something at home. Right? Just nestle in there. Be at home. I'm being cute. I'm just being silly here. The point that I'm getting at is there's something about boobies. And I did not choose that. I did not decide I wanted to be interested in boobies. Female apparatuses, female humans. Wasn't it? There is something innate in me. There is a natural compulsion. I am naturally compelled to be interested in the female apparatus, females, right? The smells, all the things. That hit it too. I'm talking about straight women, obviously, the personal experience type stuff, but like I've witnessed how women like these things, these male creatures, like fail to see the appeal. I don't get it. We stink, we're nasty, we're just repulsive. And yet there's something about here's the point that I'm getting at. It's a cute little thing that to help bigots understand. You ever heard somebody say, I don't understand gay people? How can you not? I mean, better understand yourself and you can better understand your neighbor, your fellow human, right? Like if you will only realize, understand, take stock of the fact that if you're one of the ones making the arguments, like, I don't understand gay people. Sweetheart, are you interested in the opposite sex? Was it a choice that you made? Or is there something that, I call things sexy. And the point that I'm saying it, I'm like, that's a sexy, whatever this is, right? Like that sunset is sexy AF. There's a natural attraction. There's something naturally interesting about this, whatever this is, this thing that I'm describing as sexy. Sexy is a natural attraction that we didn't choose. There's something just wow about it, right? Whatever it is. In this case, in this context, I'm talking about actual sex, I guess, right? There's a natural compulsion to, in my case, the opposite sex, or in your case, the opposite sex, if you're the one opposite sex, if you're the one talking about, I don't understand gay people. Better understand yourself. Step one, right? Take stock of your emotions, your feelings, who and what you are, and what motivates you. How much of it is nurture versus nature, right? There is a natural compulsion that we humans have. We come in certain ways, wired certain ways. We're all here to be unique expressions of God, of I am. We are made in the imagination. There was an imagination process, that realization process that made us manna. We're manna. We're man. We're all man, manifestations of that imagination. And not a single one of us is similar, or is kin, is alike, is the same. And that is a beautiful thing. I'll rewind that. I am loved, I am blessed. This is that same song. I've been jamming this song. Oh, not too far. I took it one too. It's that same song from the Fia Fia, whatever, that I've been jamming. Crossing Over film. Anyway, I get stuck on a song or an album or something. I just over and over and over again. It's kind of how I roll. Moral of the story, back to the lecture at hand. Yeah, man, look, I think the moral of the story is you don't understand your fellow human for whatever the situation is. I would suggest that is a result of not knowing thyself, not knowing yourself, not understanding yourself. If you can take stock of the fact that you're interested in the opposite sex, and you can realize that there is a natural compulsion that is innate in you, I think that will help you better understand gay people. You're one of those ignorant bigots talking about, I don't understand gay people. And this voice is going to be offensive here, but I'd be disrespectful to ideas, but not the humans. If you watch that 0 Point is a episode in my blog I would direct you to. 0 Point, it starts off with the wording, I'm being a smart ass. But if you watch that video that's attached to that blog post, one of the things that I'd said in there, oh, I forgot. Oh, I was talking about disrespecting the ideas that a human holds, but namaste, mofo. Disrespecting ideas. There are some ideas that are sold in religious organizations, kind of under the guise of religion, that I do not deem worthy of my respect. Right? The ideas, the idea is not worthy of my respect, per my estimation. I'm always want to change my ideas, or I have opinions. I'm always down to change my opinions, is what I'm trying to say. On this one, I want to say never will ever, but I did. Yeah, no, sorry, sweetheart. There's a religion. Some of these ideas about the bigotry of your human expression is in some way more amazing or more righteous than this other human manifestation, this other expression, this human expression, different hues, human, we are all manifestations. Whoa, man is still a manifestation. And I haven't shut off my Zoom thing shit. It just popped. I got to get in the settings on that. More of the story. Oh, and the religious stuff. Yeah, I'd be disrespectful in my arguments when I'm making my argument or going on a rant here on my personal shit talking blog on Shorty Does Life. But if you're holding an idea that I don't deem worthy of my respect, I really want to just reiterate again, in case you've never seen any of my other stuff, I want to reiterate for the first time for you that I'm disrespecting the idea, not the human that you are. I'm really good at namaste. Namaste, the God in me acknowledges the God in you. So we're all full of silliness. Every freaking one of us. Every one of us, we're full of silliness. So just because I am disrespectful to silly ideas that I do not deem worthy of my respect does not mean that I throw the baby out with the bathwater, or I want to cancel a single fucking human, right? We're all silly bitches. Every one of them. That's why I call myself I'm a self-professed silly bitch, because, and I tell you not to take me too seriously. Because look, I understand humans are going to you tune into Shorty Does Life for too long. I promise you I will offend some shit that's something you're holding, because motherfuckers on this side, and I'm over here in the middle, willing to look at the silliness of both you motherfuckers, both you and you in this case. If there is two sides, I don't think, two sides. This is something else I was thinking of earlier. Two sides to every coin. I think that's a little simpler. That's making things a little simpler. I like the idea of a sphere, sort of like a ball, because we could one slight shift here. I got if I had thought about that's heavy and it's in the corner, I would have. But one little here, doesn't matter. You get the point I was getting at here. One slight shift. Okay, here, let's use this. One slight shift here makes it here completely different. So slight shift here from here to here, right? Like is completely different. The further it goes out, the bigger the get. So I like that instead of two sides of a coin, there are maybe every issue is more nuanced than just two sides. That's what I was getting at with that sphere thing. But I like the idea of playing with that idea, though. Two sides of every conversation or topic or whatever. Well, maybe there's more than two sides to everything. Maybe for every perceiver, this is the point I'm getting at too, I think. For every perceiver, there's a different perspective. There's not a single human I've ever met that I can agree with across the board on every single thing. I think we're made to not to be that way. I don't think we're made to. Wouldn't it be suspicious if I found a human, if you agreed with me on everything, wouldn't it be appropriate for me to be suspicious of you? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of game are you playing? What are you playing here? I don't know, but I'm watching. You ain't playing me. So I'm going to observe you if you just agree with me on everything. I don't need you to agree. Matter of fact, another thing, sharpen my saw, man. Or debate with me. Give me your best argument. Because that's how I sharpen my saw. That's how I challenge my ideas. That's how I change my mind. That's how I don't know. Oh, one thing. Let me touch on this real quick because I'm about to push the button on this. What was the argument? What was the thing? What is the episode? Oh, gaslighting. And I got sidetracked with the thing that's doing it now. As I do this, a little thing pops up. I've got to get in the settings and turn that. Actually, hold on. All right, so now my hand is raised. So now that my hand is raised, maybe it'll just leave it alone. I could just get in the settings and look at it, but I haven't done it yet. But yeah, look, so now my hand is raised. You can't see it, I know, I saw that. But my hand is raised in Zoom right now. And now that I can do this and nothing else is gonna happen, apparently. Actually, no, there's no way to put it down. Anyway, shit. Oh, the gaslighting episode, I got sidetracked with this thing, with that stuff. What I was going to say before I got sidetracked was basically, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. And what I mean by that is, what I love about debating ideas and finding someone that is willing to engage in debate is because I'm either gonna sharpen my saw in delivering my thoughts, get clearer on my thoughts, or you're going to change my mind on something. You're going to help me see something a new way that I wasn't seeing and let me shed this silly argument that I was just making, whatever the argument is, whatever the fill in the blank, whatever the moment is, whatever the argument is that I'm making. If you can help me see it differently, help me see it a different way and actually change my mind. Oh, I'm immediately like, ha, fantastic. I don't identify with my thoughts. I know I come off as opinionated, and I make rants all the time. I make my arguments. I'm gonna come off as opinionated because I have an opinion. And I'm always excited at the idea of changing my mind. So that's what I was gonna say in the gaslighting one. I said something about be willing to I was talking about be willing to make your argument. If you see somebody running with scissors, I think that was in that one. The scissors thing. And then I said, I was going to say, be willing to, if I want to call you out on your bullshit, for you to make your argument to me and be like, oh shit, my bad. I was calling you a silly bitch and here I am, the silly bitch. You know what I mean? So be willing for that too. Anyway, I think this one's gone off in a lot of different ways, but the moral of the story was, I don't understand my fellow human for whatever it is, whatever the expression is. But if you're like, I don't understand gay people, you evidently don't understand yourself. Or if you're making that statement, I don't understand gay people, I think you know that you're actually gay and you're just not afraid, or you're just not confident enough to be yourself in the world. You bought a story, a bullshit story about levels of awesome. I'm awesome and you're not. You're living in a closet you're living in a closet of shame and not being authentically who you are. Some of the loudest ones on the preachers, like we've seen stories of this before, some of these folks on television, right? And then you find out they're secretly, doing some gay shit, and they go on church on television and talk about how sinful it is to be gay. Oh, that poor soul. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. What else? Anything else I wanted to button? Oh, I might call this I'm gay. That might be the title of this. So the blog post, clickbait AF. So gay is happy. I can make the episode, this episode, yeah, comma, I'm gay. And then not be a lie. clickbait is something that is has a grain of truth in it, but it's deliberately misleading, right? So gay is a word that has many meanings, right? It's become a word that means heterosexual, homosexual. Homosexual is the gay people. Heterosexual is people who like the opposite sex, right? Hetero, homo, yeah. So gay means homosexual, right? I don't know if that's official or if that's just a slang term or whatever. But didn't the word also before that, didn't it mean just happy, right? So, and I'm not Googling the label of it, the definition of it, but I can make the title, and I think I'm probably going to, especially now that as I played this out. Yeah, comma, I'm gay. And why I think that's cute. One, clickbait, see how many, see how like, oh, I knew it. This is a side thing here. I don't really care. I've noticed this is a just totally side subject here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one for another post here. I know how flamboyant I come across. Oh, look, it gave a thumbs up now. So now I have a raised hand in Zoom and a thumbs up. How about that? That's interesting. What else can I do? 2 thumbs up. The thumbs up went down. Oh, that's interesting. Well, why didn't the hand go? Oh, let's see. No, it's still there. Anyway. Shit. What was I about to say? The gestures got me again. I'm gonna have to turn these gestures off, these hand gesture things in Zoom. Squirrel. Oh, this is the point I was gonna get at. I know that there are some humans who speculate that I am gay in the way like homosexual gay. Like I see how flamboyant I look sometimes, and the things I do with my wrists, just the way I be on, these things. I have some thoughts on that. I'll share on that why I've softened myself. Well, it's funny because I'm 5'5". I'm a little guy. I'm not a big man, kind of thing. But something about my whatever, I could be a bit much. Kind of a thing. Like I could be a bit much, like you'll see glimpses of it when I'm like, motherfucker, what, whatever kind of a thing. And there's just this energy that, is like, whatever. And I'm not a big intimidating man, you know what I mean? Kind of a thing. So I think that's part of my design of why I am a little guy, because if I was like 6'6" or some shit and had my kind of fucking energy, can you imagine how intimidating that would be? Right. So more of the story is that I know, I've witnessed, and I saw this a long time ago, doing YouTube videos a long time ago, just developing chops, getting comfortable talking to the camera type of a thing. Watching the playback, I'm like, fuck is that? Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think it was something that I did consciously, but I developed some ways of showing up to soften myself, let's say, to make myself a little more palatable to the world in a way that doesn't, man, you know what I mean? Because I come off a bit, the way I say it is I'm Italian. I got passion running through my blood, running through my veins, and that's cool, accurate. But also I acknowledge, I'm rich in energy or something, whatever kind of a thing. So moral of that story is I see the playback. I see the softness and the things that might lead you to believe that I'm into dudes, let's say, whatever. And I have no fucks to give. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, because I don't think that it's a downgrade. I don't think the heterosexuals are cooler than homosexuals. And I'm being cute here, but the only person that needs to know that I'm into ladies is the next lady I'm looking to lay down. And the next lady I'm looking to lay down, she'll have no question about what I'm interested in. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Namaste, motherfuckers.